I'm gonna play a little game with you now. Name association. I'm gonna give you a sentence.
Bro, I don't play games.
Oh no, deadly
I started
serious.
playing games when I was 8 years old. You understand? I don't play games, but I'm gonna play one with you today. Go ahead.
I'm going to give you a sentence. I'm going to give you a description, and I want you to tell me the first name that comes into your mind when I read it out to you. And the first one is funniest person in the locker room. By the way, you can't say yourself for any of these things.
Okay, all right.
And it can be any locker room, by the way.
Okay, since you're gonna tell me I can't say myself, with me was Booker T. Booker T, I'm gonna name two: Booker T, Chavo, and Disco, because we all was like the jokers in there. We did a lot of talking, but Booker T was really funny guy in the locker room.
Next one is last man standing at the bar in a drinking sense.
Bro, you already know why you got me doing this. You trying to get me in trouble.
No.
Of course, it's Ric Flair.
Good answer. Smelliest wrestler.
I mean, I wasn't going around sniffing wrestlers.
Oh no, but sometimes you've got no choice when contact and all that.
Once you're doing that, if you're thinking about what a person smell like and you got your hand on a guy with tights on, something's wrong with you. So I don't know anyone that I would say was smelly. Oh, yes, it was. I went to Six Flags and I picked this big girl up and we went home that night. She was smelly.
Good for you.
She wasn't a wrestler, though, but I just thought I'd throw her in there.
I was going to say, you didn't go down on her, did you? And that's how you know?
I started to, but it wasn't the place for me. Wasn't the place for me.
Next one, biggest WCW politician.
Scott Hall.
That might be an easy one.
Scott Hall.
Do you know what? I'm going to give you this one. Stiffest or most reckless wrestler you
I just told you. Scott Norton.
Yep. Nicest person in wrestling.
Goldberg.
I've got a load more of these, so we'll get through them. The most high strung, edgy or nervous?
Chris Canyon.
Most talented wrestler you ever worked with?
Chris Benoit.
Next one. The most miserable wrestler in a locker room? Eel the Donkey style.
Somebody who always had a pretty bad attitude, like they hated the business. It was Eddie Guerrero.
Really?
Yeah, Eddie loved the business, but he was always like involved with home problems. I don't even want to say home problem because I don't know what the problem was, but he was always angry in the locker room, I thought. But he was the nicest guy you wanted to be around. But he also was like the meanest, you know?
Next one, the worst abuser of spray tan or baby oil?
Buff Bagwell.
I knew you'd say Buff Bagwell. I was thinking Buff the entire time. Can't say yourself. Biggest ladies, man.
Oh, man, that's a hard one right there because,
you need to work out who was married at the time.
Yeah, Paris Saturn. Yeah, you ain't gonna get me to tell on nobody. Come on, I'm not snitch. Paris Saturn.
Loudest spot caller.
Hugh Morris.
Well, you could just hear him across the room.
He couldn't hear, so he had to say it real loud. So we could hear. So he could hear.
Favorite Nitro girl?
Miss Jones.
Miss Jones.
Carmella.
Worst driver?
Stevie Ray.
Why Stevie Ray? How bad was he in what way?
Because he liked to talk all the time. He liked to talk and look. And when he talk and drive, he got to look you in the eyes. So if you're in the back seat and he talking to you, he driving with eyes focus on you, and out in his hand off the steering wheel. So I would tell Steve, I was like, Steven, bro, you don't have to look at me. I hear you. Just stay focused on the street, on the highway.
Next one, biggest ribber.
Mr. Perfect.
Is a classic one.